Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan from MPIinvest.com, and welcome back to a morning market podcast. Coming to the Nifty yesterday, it opened with a small gap up at 16,248 and had a very volatile day, touching a low of 16,197 and going up to a high of 16,404 and finally closing with a big fall at 16,240. Of course, it closed slightly lower than the open yesterday. Now the FIs are continuing the selling spree. They are still selling. They sold for 3,960 crores yesterday again, whereas the DIAs have continued to buy for 2,958 crores. Now coming to the US market, I told you yesterday during the evening market podcast that the US markets opened with a gap up, but it could not be sustained and it continued to fall right from the word go. But then the US markets also were similar to what happened in India, very volatile to the core, and finally after that the Dow Jones continued to slip downwards and closed minus 0.26%. But S&P 500 and Nasdaq were both up and closed slightly higher. So if you see, S&P 500 was up 0.25% and Nasdaq was up almost a percent. Yes, they closed above 0.98%. So things are kind of mixed in US, and if you look at the US futures also, they are kind of flat. So there is no much changes there. But if you look at the Indian market right now, the SGX Nifty is indicating again a kind of flat opening in India. So as of now, if you see, the SGX Nifty is already indicating 16,185, which is almost close to, like, probably we could expect the market to open around 16,200, which is of course slightly lower than what the market closed yesterday. But then some important data that is coming up today is the US Consumer Price Index. The inflation data is expected in the evening today. That is when the market opens in the US this day. So that is something which would be in major focus right now. The US concerns of inflation is actually on a higher side, and in fact President Joe Biden has actually come out and told that it is his top priority to bring down the inflation. So in fact, there are a lot of actions planned. I don't know if you remember, during the Trump days, they had actually put a penalty on China trade. Yes, so all the imports from China was taxed higher. Majorly two reasons. One was, of course, as a retaliation in the China market, they had increased the price of US products. So it was a retaliation to that. But apart from that, a second thing was to promote American products. But today, as the inflation is going higher, the President Joe Biden has actually stated that he would be reducing all those penalties on China, and this would open up more of Chinese markets, Chinese products in the markets in US. So the expectation is to bring down the prices. But would this be a great thing on a long run is something I doubt. Let us see how things are shaping up. But in that way, if you see, India is kind of more self-sufficient compared to the US, and we are in a better stage for that matter, because the Make in India concept is of course something which is generating a lot of interest, and the kind of entrepreneurship and the kind of energy that we Indians have, I am sure things are going to look better in India right now. So of course the temporary situation is bad because of the higher inflation. This could actually lead to the market actually going down slightly, but then this is the best ever time to start investing. If you have not started investing, and those are already invested, just stay put and keep investing. This is the best time where you can reap benefits over a period of time. So I've been repeating this every day, yes, because I am all excited and I am on a SIP mode to invest into good stocks, and that's exactly what we're doing right now in the MPA community. If you're not a part of the community, do join the community. It's completely free of cost. More details on our website. So coming back to some international market news, China also came up with its inflation data, and actually it has hit a year-on-year high. In fact, the China's inflation has also touched 8%. In fact, the expectation was around 7.7%, and this inflation data has actually gone higher than expectation, which is really bad. And that's exactly why we could see the Chinese market already falling in this morning's trade. So things are not looking great in China, and of course forget China, it's everywhere. You look at Europe, you look at UK is also in a bad situation. So I don't know if you are aware, So UK is more majorly affected with this because if you look at UK has a different way of taking loans. Yes, the people in UK generally prefer a short loan. So, for example, if we in India or US, generally people prefer, or if you're buying a home loan, they we select the highest term period, is it not? 15, 20 years or 30 years. So, but if you look at UK, generally people prefer a short term loan, which is about 4 or 5 years. And such people actually will be getting affected too much when the inflation is going up like this. Because when the inflation is going up, one, their expenses going up, two, the interest rates are also going up with the banks rising higher. So with all this, it is going to have a pinch, and that can even lead to a recession kind of situation. So this is a kind of fear that is spreading across in the market, that there might be some recession. So if there is a recession kind of situation coming, of course that is the best time to start investing in stock market. That's exactly why I am kind of very positive about the situation, because recession is of course a temporary stage. We are all human beings with positive attitude, and we always have ensured that whenever we have a problem, we fight out of it and come out profitable. So that's exactly how what is happening. So recession, if it comes, there's nothing to fear about it. Yes, we need to control our expenses, manage our expenses, and ensure that we come out of the situation in a big manner. So this is what happens even when you're an employee, right? When the company is not doing well, does it mean we just quit the company? Does that mean the company owner just shuts down the factory? No, it doesn't happen. What we do is we work harder, we do more sales, we ensure that we bring more productivity, we control the cost. With all this, any company will come back to profits. So that's exactly what is happening in a personal life as well, isn't it? So money management is the most important key factor in our life in any kind of situation. So if money management is right, if you have saved right when you had good money, you would not be affected with the recessions. Simple as that. So like I've been saying, the best time to start investing, if you don't have a mutual fund, if you don't have a stock market investment, start investing. And if you want free guidance, MPI Invest is there for you. Now, coming to some stock specific news, JSW and Adani group is bidding in to take up stakes in Ambuja Cement. So yes, both of them are in line. So let's see who actually gets that. So till then, we could see some big movements in Ambuja Cement. So it's better to stay away from such a stock for time being until things are kind of clear. People who have applied for LIC IPO, there is a news for you. If you remember, I had told you just about last week the kind of premiums in the open market, unofficial open market, was kind of going higher and higher from 75 to 90. It was even had touched about 100 rupees per share as a premium last week. But things have suddenly changed, probably because of the market getting to such a condition, and right now the premium has reduced from rupees 90 and 100 in the open market to almost 8 to 10 rupees per share, which is kind of almost a 90% reduction in the premium which was there last week. So this is how stock market is. We can expect the market can to change at any point of time. So the key is to stay invested and manage the kind of fund that you invest. The right management is the key to make profit. Now coming to some important results that came up yesterday. Cipla came up with a result. They reported a 10-year year-on-year fall in consolidated profit, and the revenue is only thing which actually rose by up to 14%. So that means revenue is going up, but the profit is going down. So everywhere there is the same issue of inflation coming into picture. Vodafone ID also came up with the result. Their loss is on a rise. The company has posted a loss of 6,563 crores, right? But of course, even after the revenue going up by almost 5.4%. So of course, things are looking bad at Vodafone Idea. Things have been bad for a long time. So it's exactly why it's better we stay away from such stocks. Torrent Power also came up with results. They also have a consolidated loss of 487 crores, right, against a profit of 398 crores last year. The revenue has increased again. It's up by 21%. So this is something that can be again watched out. So things are not looking great right now. Something good about coming to the good part, we have Gujarat Gas, which clocked 28% year-on-year growth in consolidated profit, and the revenue also has risen by 36.5%. Mahanagar Gas also is looking good as the company's profit has come in at 131 crores, which is much higher than the estimate, and the revenue is the only thing which kind of missed the street's expectation. So coming to some important results today. Today we have Adani Ports, Punjab National Bank, Indian Bank, Petronet LNG, Kalyan Jewellers. So these are among the few stocks, which would be announcing the results today. So let us see how things turn up. No major results coming up today, but then yes, we are waiting for the SBI results coming soon. So as on today, I would see 16,000 continues to be the support which from the lower side, which needs to be respected. If that is broken, we could see much, falls, much more falls in the market. But on the top side, we have been seeing 16,400 was hit 2 times yesterday as well as day before yesterday, and still it was resisted. So 16,400 would remain a major resistance as of now on the higher side, and 16,000 on the lower side. So the market is expected to trade around these lines until 16,000 is broken. I don't think it will be a matter of concern. And however, things can be decided only after the inflation data comes up in the US tonight and India tomorrow. India also is coming today. So both these inflation data is something that we need to look at. So let's see how things turn up. So there would be some volatility in the market today, majorly because of the expiry tomorrow, one, and two is because of the inflation data coming up. So anything can happen, and the result of this can be seen in the market tomorrow again. So let us see how the market is reacting. I would put up the names of stocks which I am investing in the community. So let us see how and when can we invest into good stocks to make some money in the good future coming ahead. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off. Have a great day. Let us catch up in the post-market podcast in the evening. Goodbye.